Well, hello everyone and welcome back to another theme park obsession video. My name is Dylan and thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. Today I'm hanging out at Universal Studios Hollywood to check up on the park. All the Christmas stuff is coming in, and of course the Fast and the Furious roller coaster progress. So how about you and I dive right in. Super excited to be back at Universal Studios Hollywood on this beautiful SoCal day. Halloween is over. As you can see, the holidays are starting to take over because Grinchmas is about to start here in the next few days at the park. I'm really stoked to check out the all-new Fast and the Furious roller coaster construction progress. Enjoying my first attraction of the day. As you can see, City Walk is not that busy today. One thing I'm pretty curious about though is if they have any Halloween Horror Nights merchandise still left. I don't think they do, but if they do, I already know it's like heavily discounted because they just want to get rid of it. So I don't know, we'll check up on that too. And as I'm making my way towards the front, you can see they have some garlands strung across the street. This is nice. Oh, and look at this, the Universal Studios store is all decked out for Grinchmas. They have all the marketing out front. And some of the merchandise is already in there, but we're gonna check inside the park for all the merchandise. Oh yeah, it's so good to be back. You know, last Universal park I was at was in Orlando. Yeah, it's such a great time at Universal Orlando Resort, but it is nice to be back at my home park. But look at this, Globe Watch 2023, it's still not spinning. I wonder if it's gonna go into 2024 like that. Here at the entrance plaza, you have all the lights on the palm trees here. Now they just need to put a few more decorations up in the front and then the Christmas decorations underneath the arch, and then they're pretty much ready to go. Grinchmas starts next week. Now, since I'm here at the front of the park, I am wondering if behind me they're gonna swap out these fingerprint scanners for the new facial recognition scanners that they have at Universal Orlando Resort, and I believe they also have them in China. I hope they do, because I really love that at Islands of Adventure, and I think they just installed them at Universal Studios Florida Park. But I think this would do really well over here in California as well. I think it would speed up the process a little bit more, even though the fingerprint scanners are pretty quick, but sometimes you have little issues here and there. And I think with the facial recognition scanners, it would be really nice ever at this park. So we shall see. If they're gonna do anything, it'll be after they complete the rollout at Universal Orlando Resort. Maybe after Epic Universe opens, they'll roll it out over here. But fingers crossed that they have the same system here at the Hollywood Park. Oh yeah, and upon entering the park, you can see they have all the Christmas lights up on the buildings, ready to go. And if you look really closely, they still have some leftovers from Halloween Horror Nights. And you know what's really surprising is the park is actually not that busy, which is very nice. To be a little bit more specific on the Grinchmas days, it runs November 24th all the way up until January 1st. It runs daily, by the way, so it's really nice if you're visiting the park on random weekday and you're not here on the weekend or anything. Don't worry, all the Grinchmas festivities are running every single day, all the way up until January 1st. And like I was saying, they have a few more days to finish up the window displays and the decorations throughout the park. They have about a week at the time of making this video. So yeah, they still got a few days to spruce it up. And if you've never been to Universal Studios Hollywood during the holidays, they do a pretty good job of decorating the park. All right, I just want to jump into the Universal Studios store really quick because I wanted to see if they had any more Halloween Horror Nights merchandise, and it looks like they have a couple items right over here, so let's check it out. Oh yeah, they do have a few t-shirts left, a lot of extra smalls and smalls. They got some mediums and extra larges. They have some lanyards, and a lot of this stuff is 90% off, so you can get it for really, really cheap. Looks like they still got Exorcist shirts, Chucky shirts, some Vecna drawstring bags. And then besides that, of course, the rest of the store is filled with all of the Christmas items, so we got a lot of Grinchmas stuff available. Oh, and look at that, we got some cute ornaments too. A mystery price, so maybe $10,000, $20,000. But enough of that, let's continue our journey in the park. Now, there was an image online showcasing this marquee sign, and we can put one and two together and pretty much say that this will be a Nintendo quick service location. Now, we don't know any other specifics other than that. We just got the context clues from the sign. As you can see, now they've covered that sign. So yeah, they're definitely paying attention to social media. I'm sure Universal will make this official very, very soon, but regardless, I am very happy that they are working on these facades. These facades have been here for a very long time. They definitely needed some TLC, and I'm so happy they finally got the love they deserve. Oh, and look at how awesome this is. We got all the characters hanging out for the street sweep show. Oh my goodness. Rounding the corner though, look at this. They're preparing for Grinchmas in the plaza. They are setting up the tree. They have all the decorations going, and they got two massive cranes to help them out with this monumental task to transform the plaza in a short period of time into the Grinchmas celebration. And just like in years past, I'm assuming they're gonna have the stage over here. They're gonna have live entertainment, food, drinks, merchandise, all that fun stuff. Oh, and look at this. When two holidays collide, they're gonna be taking down this haunted house for the next few weeks. This one always takes them some time. I mean, all the haunted houses usually take them some time. This one was by far my favorite, to be honest. Yeah, see, like even Frankenstein is upset that Halloween is done. I know we have to wait 365 days. Well, actually less than that, But I know, it's a bummer. Dang it. And then here's the other side. Yeah, they still got a few more sections to go on the tree, but they'll be done here in the next couple days, maybe even overnight. Oh, and look at this over here at the Fast and the Furious project. We have a massive crane saying hello to us on this beautiful Monday. And also this little guy right here, this one is drilling into the ground for the footer preparation. Oh, and look at this over here at Super Silly Funland. The water play area has returned from its refurbishment. Of course, no one's playing in it today because it's not that hot, and also the park is really not that busy, so I wasn't expecting too many people to be running around in here. Made it to the lookout where we can get a really good view of all the latest progress happening on the new roller coaster. As you can see, since my last visit, there has been a lot of movement. The first thing I want to point out is the different layers of land we got going on here. They've been working so hard on reshaping the side of the hill. We got the first layer, which is this top portion where all of the equipment is. And then they have this secondary layer, which some more equipment is hanging out on. And then we have the fire road. And then when we kind of get down here, they're working on this side. But look at this, they've created another layer right here. And then they have the bottom layer closest to the fence. Now it's kind of hard to tell the different shaping from this angle, but once we get over to the escalators, you'll get a better view of what that looks like. Now, if I make a few cuts here, it's just because I don't want to show faces, but as you can see, crews are working on the all-new staircase that is going from the bottom of this fire road section right here. This is like a access for the VIP area and all these buildings. I believe there's a kitchen down over here. So this is access to that, but there's a staircase going from that road all the way to what looks to be this massive footing. Now, it's a little too early to tell if this right here is in fact for support columns or if this is for something else. Remember, this has a lot of sound dampening and a lot of other little bells and whistles to it other than just the coaster track and support columns. But by the looks of it, from this angle, it looks like this might hold a couple support columns. Again, we'll see over the next few weeks and months as they continue to drill and pour concrete and throw in some rebar as they start piecing this thing together. This is pretty cool. This guy is climbing up the side of the hill here, and he's using the scoop as support, very similar to how I get out of bed every single morning. Also very interesting, they've kept this pole so far. Now, they could tear this out eventually, but I'm surprised it's been surviving all of this, because yeah, there's a lot going on here. Also, the utilities right here next to the fire road have survived, and that tree off in the distance right next to the escalators has also survived next to some more utilities. I wonder if they're going to get to that later on in the project, but as of right now, I mean, hey, they're holding on, just like this guy is right here. Now, if you look closely in some areas, you can see more spray paint on the ground. And that's probably indicating more of what we're seeing right here, more massive support columns or footings for other parts of the infrastructure for the coaster. So yeah, in the next few months, we're gonna see a lot of concrete pours and we're gonna see a lot of rebar going in. And eventually we'll get an idea of what this layout's gonna look like. It's really impressive to see the crews work at lightning speed. I mean, the staircases here, they've gotten different layers in the land, and they've also set up this rebar and poured concrete down into the hill here in preparation for a massive footing. So yeah, they are working so fast on this. It's only been, I think, a week or so, or a couple weeks since I've been here for the last Universal Studios update video, and already, I mean, there's noticeable changes to the side of the hill. And remember, it was just a few months ago that we had the Animal Actors building and special effects building up here. Only a few months. And just from this vantage point alone, you can count over 20 different construction crew members. It's definitely a busy site. All right, I'm gonna make my way down the first escalator so we can get a good view of this side of the hill. But before we look at that side, let's look at the side closest to the Simpsons attraction. Yeah, there's a lot of work happening over here as well. They've been digging through this trench, assuming they're getting ready to install a lot of utilities for the coaster right there, and probably preparing for more footings in this area. Oh yeah, here you go. Here's a better angle of those different layers I was talking about earlier. So again, we have the top deck, we have the fire road, we have the spot over here, and then we have this section, and then the section down at the bottom. So yeah, this is really cool to see. Oh, and look at this here at the top of the hill. They are working on a concrete pour, so I'm wondering what that is for. I wonder if it's for one of the footings for the coaster, or maybe it's a foundation for where the coaster station and all that's going to be. And again, yeah, they haven't really touched this section of the site just yet, but I'm sure they will get to it eventually. It's just this side over here has the most activity, and then in this section up at the top. Because this is going a little bit faster than I thought it was gonna go, I mean, I knew it was going fast, but I mean, I was not expecting a footer to go in already. So the fact that they already have the equipment on site to start drilling and putting the rebar in the ground, yeah, I would not be surprised if by the end of December, a lot of the layouts, footings will be poured. On the other side here, you can see they are working on taking down the Last of Us haunted house and then Holidays in Hell haunted house over there in the corner. And just like with the Monstrose haunted house up in the Parisian courtyard, these ones are gonna take them some time to take down as well. As I'm making my way back up, we got the flatbed over here. It's getting ready to haul off some of the equipment that they've been using today. Again, you can see crews are still working on some concrete up there, and we're gonna be seeing a lot of these trucks here soon as they start to deliver the pieces for the roller coaster to the main site here, which is gonna be very, very exciting. I'm very curious to see how this area is gonna look too once everything is all finished, because I still remember what everything looks like from Animal Actors and Special Effects stage, so very curious to see how the new Plaza is gonna look with the all-new roller coaster. Again, we don't know who the manufacturer is for the coaster officially, but it's heavily speculated online that it is Intamin, which would make sense because Intamin has worked with Universal in the past on a few other roller coasters. And it's gonna be really exciting to see those pieces come on site because we'll know for a fact who it is once they get delivered. And with that, I think I'm gonna slowly make my way out of the park. So that was fun. I can't believe the rate of progress. I mean, it's pretty amazing how fast they're working. I am so stoked for this ride. Now, I've said this in the past in other Universal videos, this coaster could be a banger. It could potentially be one of the best roller coasters in California, if not this side of the country. We still have some time to think about that, and obviously we have to ride it a few times to make that decision, but because this will have a spinning element to it, yeah, that is very, that takes things to the next level. No matter if it's the best roller coaster on the West Coast or if it's just one of the best roller coasters in general, I cannot wait to ride it. I'm so looking forward to its completion. Now, I've made it up to the second level of City Walk because there's just one more thing I wanted to check up on, and that's the Poke place that they're building up here. Want to see if they have any signage up or anything or any indication on when it might open, because I'm actually really excited for that. I'm a huge fan of like sushi and all that stuff, so yeah, I'm gonna dig this location. All right, well, I don't see anything just yet. I'm still assuming it's gonna go in that spot over there, but never know. And it still shows the location coming soon here on the map. So yeah, right there, number 59, Uncle Sharky Poke Bar, coming soon. And since I'm over here, I might as well point out that the Christmas tree here in City Walk has been put up. Looks great. Alrighty, I think that's gonna do it for today's video from Universal Studios Hollywood. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and smash the thumbs up button. And if you're new to the channel and you love these videos from Universal Studios Hollywood or some of your other favorite theme parks, consider subscribing because I have brand new videos every single week. Don't forget to check out my socials by following the links down below in the description. But until the next video, I hope you have a beautiful day, morning, evening, whatever it is. And I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.